It's weird, there's no one around. Are we the first ones here, Detective Shaw?
I think we are, Detective Eli. I mean, maybe everyone bailed. It is already a day for a beach party.
Are you sure this is the right house, Detective Shaw?
Detective Eli, I'm a detective too. I know what I'm doing. See if it's open.
Oh, it's unlocked.
Hello? Is anyone here? Detective Eli, I don't think anyone's in here.
Detective Shaw, I'm pretty sure we're not alone.
Dang, Flabbit.
Detective, what should we do?
I think we should call the police, Detective Eli. Isn't that what people do?
Yeah, but then we'll be late for the party. Detective Shaw, what was that for? Shh. I'm gonna go in the kitchen and call the police.
Alright, Detective Eli. I'm gonna assemble the team. Hey, Robert. Yeah, it's Detective Shaw. Hey, listen, while we were going to the beach party, we actually ran into a body that looks like she's dead. Yeah, I know, it's a really weird day. I can't really explain it. But anyways, listen, the address is 12 Ashley Avenue, and we're wondering if you can gather up any potential witnesses who were here over the last 24 hours. Really anything you can dig up. We are here with no clue about what happened, no leads, so, yep, alright, thanks. See you, man. Detective Eli, looks like we got the file back from the police. In the report, they say she was choked to death. Unfortunately, they couldn't dig anything up, not even fingerprints. But, on the flip side, Robert said he might have found someone of interest. I think we should look into it and interrogate this person. Why'd you do it, man? Why'd you do it? You're just a witness?
Yes.
Oh, right. This was the witness interrogation. I'm sorry. This is the witness interrogation. Okay, well, it was Mr. Gupta, right?
Yes.
Alright, Mr. Gupta. Again, really sorry that was, yeah, I got things mixed up. So, Mr. Gupta, according to our records, you were within the scene of the crime about 4 hours prior to it occurring.
I was, unfortunately. I was coming to return some Tupperware to him, but I saw some person in the window. He had black hair, he looked Indian, and he was between 5'5" and 5'10" tall. But that's all I know about him.
So, he was between 5'5" and 5'10", has black hair, and looks Indian.
Yes.
Okay, that was very enlightening. Thank you, Mr. Gupta.
So, who's this guy again?
Ganesh Nishant Babu, one of the best programmers at the agency. I think he can help us out with this one. Hey Ganesh, are you busy right now?
Just a little bit.
So what you doing then?
Just writing some code.
Listen, when you have a minute, do you think you could do us a favor?
Maybe.
So, we need you to pull up a directory of all people in Nashua that are between 5'5" and 5'10", Indian, and have black hair.
Yeah, I can do that.
12 seconds later.
And done.
Whoa, how did you do that so quickly? What did you do?
It was quite simple, really. Basically, I just filtered through the data file with the help of an if statement. If statements are one type of conditional statements, which means it'll work when a certain condition is fulfilled. If statements work by evaluating the condition that comes after the if and seeing if it is true or false. If it's true, then it'll execute the code under the if. If it's false, then it will not. As you see here, the condition is that the person's hair must be black, race must be Indian, height must be between 5 feet 5 and 5 feet 10. The code looks at every person, and if all of it is true, it executes the statement below the if, which adds them to the suspect pool. If statements are often paired with an else, which basically means that if the if statement is false, the code under the else will be executed. In this case, we don't care about those who don't. So, An if-else statement is not needed. It's pretty simple, but an important part of Java nonetheless.
Wow. So this leaves 65 suspects left. But that's still too many. We need to narrow it down some more. Huh. It looks like I'm receiving a call from Robert. Hey, Robert. Yep. Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what we needed. We thought we hit a dead end for a second. Awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely look into it. Thanks a lot, man. Alright, bye-bye. Good news, Detective Eli. It looks like Robert might have found us another witness.
Hello, Miss Swift. According to our intel, you were in the vicinity of the murder that happened just yesterday, and you got a look at a potential suspect. Can you tell me more about him?
The other day, I was walking up Bradley Street and crossing the street, and the truck was coming really fast. It almost hit me, so I stopped and went up to his window to yell at him. When I was yelling at him, I noticed that he had hazel eyes, and he had some sort of tattoo, but I couldn't make it out to see what it was.
Hazel eyes and a tattoo? That could be very helpful. Thank you. Detective Eli, so I interrogated the second witness, and she said that she encountered the murderer, and he had hazel eyes and a tattoo. I went to Ganesh about this so he could plug in the hazel eyes and tattoo into the database, but he wasn't there, so I just did it myself on his computer. The code was there, and it seemed pretty simple. Yeah, I know, pretty pro, right? So anyways, I did that. There wasn't any tattoos in the database, but there was hazel eyes. So when I plugged it in, I got 10 suspects. So I'll send that list your way, and then we can interrogate them to see which one has a tattoo. Sound good? Yeah. Okay, cool. See ya. Hey Ganesh, thanks again for your help. With your program, we were able to narrow down the list of suspects to 10 people in the murder case.
Oh, so it was a murder case.
Yeah, it was. Anyways, basically what we did is we went to the first person on the list and interrogated them to see if their description matched the description that the witnesses gave us. And we just went down the list like that. The second person already matched the description, so we stopped there.
Oh, so you used a linear search.
What?
A linear search in programming, or a sequential search as many call it, is the simplest method for finding the desired value in a list. It's basically a brute force search, since it works by going through the first element in the list, then the second, then the third, etc., until it finds the element that matches what you're looking for, I mean. You started the interrogation at the top of the list, and made your way down until you found someone who matched your description with no order in mind. So it was a linear search.
Whoa, that's really cool. You're a smart guy, Ganesh.
Thanks. Well, if you don't mind, I have a few calls I think I have to make.
Okay, thanks again, Ganesh.
Yes, hello. The deed is done. They got the wrong person.
Okay, to recap. If statements are one type of conditional statement and only work when the condition or conditions following the if is evaluated to be true. In our video, we had multiple conditions that had to be met if a person was to be deemed a suspect, such as the person must have black hair and the person must be Indian. We didn't care about those who didn't meet the criteria, so no else statement was needed. An else statement would have done a separate command for every person who didn't fulfill the condition. With all the conditions that had to be met, an if statement came in handy to narrow our suspect list down. This is just one of the many applications that an if statement can have. A linear search, on the other hand, is a way to find a specific element by searching through a list one element at a time, going in order. This is brute force and quite inefficient, since it would have to go through each of 100 elements if the target was the 100th element in the list, for example. Another drawback of linear search is that once it finds an element that meets the target description, it will return that value and not consider any others that may also match further down. This is exemplified in our video when we didn't even bother to look at the end of our list, which blatantly had the name of one of our coworkers. Instead, we worked from the top down, and when we found the first person with the tattoo, we deemed them guilty, even though there were others farther down that matched that description. Nevertheless, linear search is the simplest search algorithm and the easiest to write, making it very useful for small lists and simpler programs.
And between 5'5" and 5'10".
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, this is a problem. We can never get the last part of it correct. We all start laughing. So this.
So who's this guy again?
Detective Eli. It's not that funny.
Okay. Who's this guy again?
Can-
Okay, that was not my fault.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, last time. Okay, this time it's gonna work.
You can say.
Ganesh Nishant Babu. Ganesh Nishant Babu.
Wait.
So who's this guy again?
Ganesh Nishant Babu. One of the best programmers in the 80s.
No, my finger got in the camera.
Okay.
So who's this guy again?
What are you doing? Please say it.
Okay, sorry, Luke. Please, base God. Please let me. Okay, thank you, base God. Okay. Detective Eli. We are detectives. This is not what we're supposed to do. I'm sorry.
To his window to yell at him.
Why? I wasn't doing anything.
Still recording.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
Okay. Gosh darn
You really
it.
have to.
Alright, man, listen up. Why do you do it?
I'm just a witness.
Oh, this is the. Any of you guys happen to know what diamond is?
Me.